for a new figure, and it is a SHOKY QUICKIE, and this time it is a new. Actually, I'm saying it's a new Black Series figure, and it is in fact Mr. Vader, Mr. Darth. So they did re-release the Empire one, the Empire 40th, and I think that's based off the old mold. I believe, from all accounts, this is a new mold. I only have one other Vader to compare it to, and that's the Walgreens exclusive Lightning Face Vader. So that will be what I will be basing my knowledge off of. But just looking at it, it looks fine. It is the new trapezoidal packaging that saves on plastic, even though it uses double the plastic it used to. Good job. It says Black Series on that side. It says, hey, look, Vader on that side. And it's got stuff on the back here. So it shows him with a blue lightsaber, which is very confusing. After the destruction of the Death Star, Darth Vader became obsessed with finding Luke Skywalker. He had dispatched probe droids across the galaxy, finally locating the rebel base on the remote ice planet Hoth. It is there, in the Hoth system. That's my best James Earl Jones. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. Let's just be honest here. And I did pick this guy up from BBTS. And of course he has the obligatory little slip of... Okay. And look, so they have a super thick double wall cardboard externer. You got a slip thing on the inside that is coated, and that's fine. But then you have double, in my opinion, double the plastic they used to have, which is the old school thing. I need to save some of these. So tell me once again how this is more plastic economical and better for the environment, Hasbro. So let me slip this off. These clamshells are good for certain things, so I'm trying to save some of them. Visually speaking, I can't see anything new. It just looks like a Vader. And I think this is technically an Empire Vader. So it is what it is. The lightsaber looks okay, however... he's got no hook or peg that I can see for his lightsaber. What? It's like they're going backwards with a lot of these figures. It makes no sense. Also, we have this whole section. Okay, so I guess to keep him contained, so to speak, because he has so much cape going on, there's like this extra bit back here to sandwich everything. So that's more plastic, Hasbro. What's going on? All right, so let's look at this Vader. I'm going to try to do this on the white background that I did the Black Ranger on, so it'll be much easier to see. So I have to remember to change those things over for doing these reviews. So yay for that. Hopefully I did it. Let me know in the comments down below if I did it. Because YouTube time travel. All right, Dark Lord of Evil time. And like I said, it's got some stuff happening back here. Is it taped or is it just... Oh, it is taped here on the sides. Okay. I need a knife. I need a knife. Always gotta be prepared or something. There we go. Extra special plastic birthday. So, that's funny. That's just to keep the cape pinned in. Just funny. Okay, let's pull this down. Out. Okay. Arise, Darth Vader. Capes are always a bitch. Okay, so right off the bat, loose joints. Interesting. So, stay there for a second, Vader, while I get your lightsaber. So let's see, how can I get this out without bending the blade? Kind of like that. Nice. Chuck this stuff right there. Okay, Vader boy. What's going on? Let's see here. He's got a little bit of looseness happening down here in the legs, so that's not good. The feet are fairly loosey-goosey. The arms move okay, so that's not bad. Okay, so let's look at this head sculpt here. Yep, looks like Vader. It's a pretty good looking Vader boy there. I likes it. Nice mold. I can't tell if the eyes... No, they're just black. I was wondering if they were going to give it like a red gloss. And he does have the silver here, but it's a little bit darker. You know, you've got the chest gizmo buttons, breather thingy going on there. You've got two reverse control panel things and a what is clearly some type of speak and spell voice box going on there. He does still have kind of the rubber underwear thing going on, but I think it's less intrusive than it used to be. Yeah, this seems like it's more the main body. You know, you've got his undersuit here, which is good. Of course, you've got his cape, and then his robe, technically speaking, goes down around his legs, so that's pretty good. Well, even, hold on, look, the underside under here is actually silver, not, or gunmetal, not black. That's interesting, actually. Little silver peeked out things there, silver nose pit. And, like, it's got, maybe it's just some crud on it, but it almost has a finish to it. Let me see there. It's pretty good. Let me adjust a thing. That was annoying. Okay, so head is on a ball joint. It does have a nice molded neck up under there. Feels like it's just a regular ball joint, no disc hinge. Shoulders, let's see here. Has he got any kind of butterfly? Looks like he should. Oh yeah, Vader's got a butterfly. And then the armor tucks up under there, but kind of gets caught on his robe area, so he's not lifting his arm up very high. So let's see what this one can do. Almost 90, but not quite, maybe about 75, 80. No cut up here, so that means it's going to be inside the single jointed elbow, which is good. Why he's got a gun holding left hand, I have no idea. That's weird. I mean, like, unless that's his force choking hand, which I guess in theory that's what that is. Does he have any rotation here? No, it's at the wrist. And I'm trying to figure out if that's a hidden disc hinge. Looks like it should be. Like it's actually molded in, like right there. You guys can see that. This would have been impossible in the black background. You wouldn't be able to see shit. Okay. Single ball joint up in there. Works fine. Not a giant ab crunch, but, you know, it is what it is. He more or less becomes a big lumbering robot. T-mounted ball joint that you can only get out to that far for Jean-Claude. Utilizing that, you can actually get a pretty good kick there. You got thigh rotation, but it breaks the sculpt. But if you line it back up with another one, it's okay. Double jointed knees for the big old holes in them. First joint works fine. Second joint, there we go. Get the second joint. It's almost worth only using the first joint, realistically, to me. Like, I don't know, that kind of breaks everything up. Let's go with just the bottom one and see if that works. That seems to work a little bit better because you kind of have the knee still intact there. You know, his big old greaves, technically speaking. Greaves attached to his boots. And his feeties, like I said, are already kind of loose, but he's standing, so that's a thing. Alright, so let's look at his lightsaber. I always say it that way. So this is definitely a newer one because you can tell by the rod is a bit different, the actual plastic rod. The inanimate plastic rod. And yeah, it just looks like Vader's saber. Even got the D-ring hook. However, nowhere to hang it, as I already pointed out. Never mind. It's right there. I couldn't see it. His arm was in the way originally. So in theory, ooh, that is so janky. Like that's never. Well, he has the hook there. That's never gonna stay on there, Hasbro. Come on. Like if I roll it up, I mean it's super soft. It's the same stuff his belt is made out of. I'm very reticent to pull the blade out, if I'm honest. Oh, that doesn't even have a rib to hold it in place. Interesting. So that's not going to stay. It's there, but that is 100% never going to stay in that spot. So let's just give him back his saber. Call it like it is. And he's right-handed, as usual. So let's try to get it in there. Good God, that is a massively tight fit. Turn it so the button is facing that way. Yeah, maybe it's better off that way. Let's see, which way does the wrist go? The wrist goes in and out instead of up and down, so it's not even a proper like lightsaber holding hand, to say the least. Let's hold it like that. And he's just like, hi. Okay, can I get him in any kind of dynamic posing? Come on. Which way is it? Oh, wow. I didn't even have the elbow pointed the right direction. My bad. Can I get him to double handed? Kind of. But not in a very dynamic way. So like I don't think there's a way I can rotate this to where maybe get it up like a dual. Like I've got this straight up and down. Like that's probably about as good as that's gonna get, if I'm honest. His robe is now interacting with his things. The cape is fine. I just, you know, I'm not big on cloth capes. I actually really do prefer solid ones. But let's pause for a second because I'm going to get the other Vader that I have. Alright, so for comparison, here's the previous Vader, which is definitely a much older one. You can see, like, the shoulders are broader. We do... excuse me. We do lose the chain. We lose the chain that holds on his cape. So that sucks. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. So the old shoulder armors popped off super easy like that because there was no clearance for that. So that's something I have to glue back in place. But also this is the lightning head Vader. For when he's dying. And you can tell, you know, much better translucent rod than this old thing. Otherwise, I mean, the sculpt is very similar. Obviously updated, new textures, new body function, because this was like a rubber diaper. This is actually his whole crotch. So that's a big difference. So that's one reason I waited to get this Vader instead of buying the one from the 40th anniversary. And yes, I have him on this stand because he wouldn't stand otherwise. I feel like the new one might have to do the same thing. And then bring in Anakin so you can see how much he grows after becoming this version of Vader, so to speak. So he does definitely get taller. And then, just because we're going to mix up our series here he is next to a Black Ranger. He's ready to take him down. I'll take this guy down with his hip-hop Jedi. Right. But guys, that's going to be it. Make sure you do the like and subscribe thing. Which Vaders do you have? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you want to check out any of the merch or anything like that, by all means, go do that. Every little bit will help support the channels. I have 3. Only one of them is making money. So I need this channel to actually start making money at some point. But I'll catch you guys next time. Remember, as always, keep on nerdy.